So let's talk about Negan. From the later half of this season, Negan's attitude and basically his whole demeanor would suggest he never did anything wrong in his past. He's shown no hint of the Negan we knew him as from the previous seasons, anything before the time skips. A couple of scenes actually make you feel bad in how he's being treated. In Robert Kirkman's comics, Negan at this point begins to try to align himself with Rick. He basically does everything in his power to convince Rick that he can be on his side, that they don't have to be enemies anymore. He even stays in a cell when a cell was left open by accident, to prove how loyal he could be to Rick. In the show, of course, we got that scene a little bit differently, where we actually had Negan leave the cell, but returns after checking out his old home, the Sanctuary, which is now completely in ruin. But he does return, much to Michonne's dismay. So we can't really talk about Negan's purpose here without getting to some spoilers from the comics. So we're going to be delving a little bit deeper into that. So with that out of the way, Negan does eventually form a fake relationship with Alpha, which I'm sure we're going to be getting near the later half of season 10. It could even be the mid-season finale, where Negan's true intentions are actually made clear. Now, Negan does this for the sole reason of killing Alpha. He actually has no good feelings for Alpha. To all of this to prove to Rick that he has changed. He brings Rick Alpha's head. He actually beheads Alpha, which of course causes Beta to go crazy. He's furious about the entire situation. He actually refuses to become the next Alpha, instead saying that there can be no other Alpha, or something along those lines anyways. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But basically, Alpha's death signals the beginning of the end for the Whisperers. So in the season 9 finale, we'll probably get something that can lay the groundwork for what's to come. Negan trying to prove himself to Michonne that he's changed. He's one of them now. Of course, in the comics, even though Negan did all of this, it didn't really work out that great for him. He does get more of a role later, but overall, it's very lowbrow. But in the show, that could be different. It could play out completely differently, because the show is lacking a lot of important characters that it does have in the comics, namely Rick and Carl. Without Rick, the show does kind of feel like it's missing its main character, although everyone is doing a good job at stepping up to the plate. But this is of course where Negan comes in. Negan could play a very important role in the communities in future seasons. The ball's really inside Jeffrey Dean Morgan's court at this point. It would be a total waste to have Negan follow his arc in the comics completely. At least in my opinion, I think he could just be so much more than he is right now. We also know Michonne is leaving next season, and so far we don't actually know why. There's no really good reason as to why she should go. That's honestly going to be another gut punch The Walking Dead just doesn't need right now. Michonne is a generally liked character and an important one. Losing more of the long-standing cast is a tough pill to swallow. All the more reason Negan could become more important. Like, he's never going to be fully accepted for what he did in the past. I think in the next episode we're going to get some Negan moments where he's going to be trying to make up for what he did to everyone nearly 10 years ago at this point, and that he's now a completely changed person. With the groups all huddled in Alexandria and the rest probably making their way to the hilltop, this is looking to be more of a tame episode than the shocking twist that we got in the last one, and I'm pretty okay with that as long as we get a good cliffhanger to hype us up for the next season. So I'm really excited for what we're going to get for Negan in the next episode, but also the potential that he has for the next season. He could literally be the one to end the war. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.